From finishing a battle in 9 seconds to getting to Ultimate Champion in 3 hours, these are the craziest speedruns in Clash Royale history. But to get to these, we have to go the very beginning of Clash Royale. Because before any speedruns, in 2016, Clash Royale was just a spin-off from Clash of Clans. The game was new, players were learning mechanics, figuring out decks, trying to climb ladder. But then, someone had an idea. What if you tried to finish a battle as fast as possible? The concept sounds simple. Load into a match, destroy the opponent's towers, be fast, and win. But there was a problem. You're dealing with random opponents who might not cooperate, card rotations that might screw you, and even elixir management. Plus, you have to try out a combination of various decks to find the fastest one. And so, the search began. The early speedrunners posted their attempts on YouTube and Reddit. Times were rough at first. 40 seconds, 30 seconds, then someone broke 25 seconds and people lost their minds. That's when the community on speedrun.com started organizing. They created official categories, set rules, built leaderboards, and suddenly, Clash Royale speedrunning became a real thing. The most popular category is called Finish Battle. The goal is straightforward. Get into a battle and finish your opponent off as soon as possible. The current record is held by this runner who managed to hit 6 seconds. Now, obviously, this isn't a real game. For this, you have to get into a friendly match, and specifically, a death match. Otherwise, it will never be this fast. But the way these two did it is still amazing. First, the opponent places wall breakers, which are immediately pulled closer to the tower by a tornado. Simultaneously, the tower is getting hit by lightning since it is the fastest deliverable spell. Then, those same wall breakers get pulled in even closer by a mirror tornado, making them get to the tower even faster, allowing them to win a game in the record time of 6 seconds. But this isn't even the craziest speedrun, because remember, at the end of this video, we are going to be looking at how someone managed to get to Ultimate Champion in about 3 hours. But first, we need to look at 2v2 speedruns. Same concept, but now you have a teammate. Coordination becomes everything. The world record here is 9 seconds, just 3 seconds slower than the 1v1 record. The record is currently held by these 4 players. But when we look at the footage, something really confusing happens. The goblins seem to somehow just spawn on the enemy's king tower, so it can't be a goblin barrel. There's no animation, nothing. They just spawn and immediately break the tower. How is that possible? Well, I don't know. So I decided to message one of the speedrunners to ask him about it, and here is what he said. Basically, they had 4 people synchronized in a way that one team would place down a Skarmy, while the other zapped and goblin cursed as fast as they could, spawning a bunch of goblins on the king tower in the process, which is actually pretty genius. And next up was the training camp speedrun. Training camp is where every player starts. It's the tutorial. 4 matches against trainer bots that teach you the basics. The world record for completing training camp is 1 minute and 59 seconds. This category got complicated over the years because Supercell kept updating the tutorial. They'd add new screens, change dialogue timing, and move buttons around. Every update potentially broke strategies that runners had perfected. That's why you see multiple obsolete categories on the leaderboards. Training Camp pre-2022 Q3 update and Training Camp pre-7 June 2021. Each game version had its own meta, its own optimal route. The current world record is held by this speedrunner, and as you can see, he did it by using an auto clicker or just clicking really fast, who knows. But he did this so that he could skip the dialogue and place troops as fast as possible, not wasting any time, which is quite awesome, but not as awesome as the next one, which is a speedrun where you get to Arena 3 as fast as possible. This category is different. Instead of finishing one battle fast, you're speedrunning progression. Start a fresh account, climb to Arena 3, which is 600 trophies. Clock your total time. The current world record is 20 minutes and 14 seconds, and held by this player. This is where speedrunning becomes something else entirely. You're managing resources, unlocking chests, upgrading cards, winning multiple battles in a row. One loss or even one slow win can kill your run. The route planning here is insane. Runners have calculated exactly which chests to open, which cards to upgrade, when to push battles versus when to wait for chest timers. Every decision matters. And here's the thing, Supercell updates the game constantly. New card rarities, different chest drop rates, arena requirements are changing. A route that worked 6 months ago might be completely obsolete now. That's why if you want to hold a record here, you have to dedicate yourself and constantly find new ways to break it. But here's an even more interesting one. A speedrun to get a tower to 1 health only. The record is held by these 2 players who managed to do it in 37 seconds. Getting towers to 1 health requires surgical precision. Most damage spells and troops will kill the tower outright. You need to calculate exact damage and pick the perfect units that do the job as fast as possible. But the way they did it is pretty amazing. They used only spells. They used Void Rage and Goblin Drill on the Princess Towers, cycling the other cards in the process, and then throwing mirrored Goblin Barrels on the King Tower. Also, they had to use cannoneers as tower troops so they wouldn't kill the goblins too quickly. This required a lot of math and, more importantly, communication. But talking about communication, we need to look at the next speedrun, which is about joining a clan as fast as possible. Start a new account, reach King level 3, join a clan. That's it. The current world record is held by this player who managed to do it in 2 minutes and 43 seconds. Who did it? Because at that time, he could get a bunch of free offers in the shop which helped him level up really quickly, meaning this record cannot be replicated anymore. But talking about speedruns, which cannot really be replicated anymore, we should look at one everyone has been waiting for: the Ultimate Champion speedrun. Because quite frankly, there is only one speedrunner who ever did this, and it doesn't seem like anyone wants to try anytime soon. This speedrunner's name is Darklight CR, and he did it in 3 hours, 19 minutes, and 46 seconds. Ultimate Champion is the highest league in Path of Legends. Most players never reach it. The ones who do usually take weeks or months of grinding, and this dude did it in 3 hours. Now, to be fair, it wasn't straight up from a new account. This guy is obviously already maxed out, but still, to get to Ultimate Champion in 3 hours takes massive skill because you have to win every single game. Now, these are the current speedruns, but something even more interesting is the retired category. Speedrun to get a magical chest, speedrunning the classic grand challenge, speedrunning different trophies at various thresholds. These categories existed, had leaderboards, had competition, then Supercell updated the game and made them impossible to complete anymore. Magical chests got reworked into a different reward system. The old trophy requirements changed when they added new arenas. Classic and grand challenges had their rules modified. This is the problem with speedrunning a live service game. Your records can literally become obsolete overnight when the developers push an update. But the community adapted. They marked the old categories as obsolete and created new ones that fit the current game state. The history is preserved. You can still see who held the old records. But new runners focus on categories that actually work in the modern version. And looking ahead, the scene will keep evolving. New categories get suggested constantly. Someone recently proposed a merge tactics speedrun category. There's talk about card mastery challenges. Players want more long-form progression runs. But every category needs community buy-in. Enough runners have to actually compete in it. Otherwise, it's just one person setting an uncontested time. So that's the complete history of Clash Royale speedrunning. From 9-second battle finishes to 3-hour Ultimate Champion runs. From tutorial optimization to precise tower damage calculations. The categories will keep evolving. The records will keep falling. New runners will show up and push boundaries that seem impossible today. That's what speedrunning is. The constant pursuit of perfection is something most people think is already perfect. Thanks for watching. If you want to check out any of these runs yourself, all the links are below. And who knows, maybe you'll be the next person to break a world record. Also guys, just before you go, Supercell is letting me give away battle passes for any of their games. So if you are interested, subscribe and comment on which game you want to pass for, and if you get picked, I will send it to you. This is a small channel, so you probably have a pretty big chance to win. Good luck!